Hey guys, welcome back to Travel Bloom Diary. Today we are at the amazing Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City. This place is huge. Honestly, it's almost impossible to see the whole museum in just one day. But we tried our best to explore as much as we could. Inside, you can see so many different types of art like medieval art, Egyptian art, European art, Asian art, and African art. Every section feels like you're traveling to a different country and a different time in history. But first, we are starting with the Egyptian art section. I am super excited to show you what's inside. Let's go explore and see more ancient history come to life. Come with me. Alright, guys, now we are inside the Egyptian art section, and this is the tomb of Perneth. This tomb is from Dynasty 5, around 2380 BC. That means it's more than 4000 years old. This room is called a Sardab, which means cellar in Arabic. In ancient Egyptian tombs, this room was completely closed off. There were only tiny wall openings so that the smell of incense and the sound of prayers could reach the statues inside. This is a small model of the tomb of Perinabi. It is built at a 1:20 scale to show exactly how the tomb was shaped. Inside, we see the statue chamber. This was a secret room for a statue of Perinabi to help his spirit live forever. The big open space is the courtyard. This is where family members would come to bring food and gifts for the dead. Now we are looking at the models of the boats. These were very important for travel on the Nile River. We also see models of daily life. These scenes show us how Egyptians lived and workshops where they prepared food. These tiny figures and buildings act like a time capsule, giving us a rare look at the world of Egypt thousands of years ago. Welcome to a journey through ancient Egypt. As we enter the gallery, we are immediately greeted by the monumental scale of Egyptian architecture, passing through imposing stone gateways that whisper of grand temples and forgotten times. We now step into a breathtaking, light-filled hall populated by the imposing figures of Egypt rulers. These monumental stone statues of pharaohs, seated and kneeling in eternal stillness, were designed to project enduring power and divine authority across millennia. These are the real jewels of princess named Sita Taryunet. They were found hidden near a pyramid. In the middle is a special gold, motto clasp. It uses red and blue stones to spell out a message wishing the king a long and happy life. Step back in time as we look at the beautiful painted coffins. They were made thousands of years ago to protect afterlife. Notice the amazing details painted on the outside. These symbols and pictures weren't just for decoration. They were prayers and spells to help the soul on its journey. Next to the coffin, you can see the mummy itself, wrapped in linen. A colorful mask was placed over the face to make sure the soul could recognize its own body. Inside the wooden box, there is even more art. the Egyptians filled every space with paintings of food, servants, and gods to make sure the person had everything they needed forever. It's incredible to see how much care and love went into these resting places, keeping their stories alive even today. These four stone jars. These are canopic jars. Ancient Egyptians used them to hold and protect the internal organs of someone who had passed away. Looking up, the shelves are filled with tiny statues. Most of these are servant figures or small gods meant to help people in the afterlife. Notice the bright blue and green colors. This material is called faience. It was very popular in Egypt because its shine reminded people of the sun and new life. This is an ancient Egyptian coffin, also called as sarcophagus. It is made of heavy stone. Look closely at the carvings. These are hieroglyphics, a type of picture writing. Each picture can stand for a sound or a whole word. The Egyptians used these to tell stories and write down their history. The writing on the coffin tells us about the person who was buried inside and who they were. It also includes special prayers to help guide them and keep them safe in the afterlife. These beautiful beads are over 3000 years old. People wore these necklaces and charms for fashion and for good luck. Check this out. These are pieces of raw glass. This is how they started making jewelry back then. These tiny figures are called amulets. They were carved into shapes like animals and gods. Even their rings were colorful. These were made for a special ceramic called faience. It wasn't just jewelry. They used these bronze bowls and stone jars in their homes every day. These heavy stones were used to grind grain into flour for bread. And look at these wooden combs, bronze mirrors, and makeup spoons. This is the Temple of Dendur. It is one of the most famous sites inside the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City. As we walk in, you can see two large statues of an Egyptian goddess. They sit right next to a reflecting pool that looks like the Nile River. This entire temple was built over 2000 years ago in Egypt. In the 1960s, the Egyptian government gave it to the United States as a thank you gift. If you look closely at the walls, you can see carvings of ancient kings and gods. It's amazing to think that these stones traveled across the ocean to be here. It's like taking a trip back in time right in the middle of Manhattan. Did you see the hidden carvings on the walls? Watch the video again and look closely at the very bottom. They tell an amazing story. If you loved this trip through history, hit the like button and subscribe for more secret spots in New York City. Share this with the person you want to bring here.